Like, if you don't like the weather in Texas, wait a while. I started the week in shorts and a t-shirt wearing bug spray. Or not even t-shirt, I was wearing a cut-off shirt, shorts, bug spray. Yesterday the same outfit but drenched. Today I'm wearing sweatpants. Oh, that's whatchamacallit. I was like, you know, other people, people might be sleeping, or I might be trying to sneak up on somebody, or I might be trying to hide from the law. Can't do none of that around here, man. Them's not the kind of people you know. He's not gonna stop at the stop sign, is he? They never do. I keep thinking that's a light. It's not a light. This is my next quest whenever I get around to it. This was supposed to be taken care of and never gotten taken care of. Let's go ahead and put a GPS marker on this. Place to be standing. I've seen people pulling out over here and kicking this dust all up everywhere. The GPS is off. Come on now, get it together. You almost got there. I'm actually over here. That's all right. I'll find it later on. every time I put my thing up, it... Weird. Never asked me for that before. It tells me I'm probably connected to an AP that is a little sketchy. Pretty sure I got this GPS before. You see that one, it locked on. This is exactly where I'm at. I'm right there. Where is it? Where is it? Why is it never at the top where I need it to be? I know what this address is. It's 3710. 3710 West Northwest Highway. It's the name of the plaza. West Northwest Highway storm drain. There we go. How's it going? Hey, peace out, homie. Too much car for too much idiot. To get this fixed, same fucking result. All that curb kiss. That tells me that that's a bad design. Bad design with bad drivers. So how would you stop it? We gotta eliminate blind and right turns, and so yeah, we get ugly. Maybe move the turn lane from being right there where the intersection is and moving it down a little bit further somewhere along here. But that didn't work. That didn't work for the for that little slip lane where the shopping center is over there by Hawes. Is it Hawes? Anyway, the one over on the other side of here. People blindly merge out of there too. I had to do more research to find out how do you stop unsafe lane merges from right turns, blind right turns. Even at 11 o'clock at night, this place is loud. No, what sucks about me getting out here this late is I can't do a audit of the lights. Because Dallas in its infinite stupidity decides, hey, we're going to turn off the lights at 11 o'clock at night.
Wait.
I miss the days when people just drank regular tea out of a can and not everything that's alcohol infused. I wonder what would happen if the United States had an alcohol shortage. Alright, so now it's kind of quiet here. So technically the park's closed. And I thought they turned the lights off at this point. You know what it could be? These fucking idiots didn't put the DST patch on. So right now they think that it's 2200 hours. Well, see, that side is off. So you're telling me one side got the DST patch and the other one didn't? I guess they're on two different grids. Maybe the airport has something to do with that. And Dollar General is still open? I thought everybody shut down at 10. Restaurants. One of them was Lotus. It was a good Chinese food place back in the 80s. Something going on in Dallas. I think with that video yesterday where my mom was telling me about it, where some dude was harassing, I guess he was high, he was harassing people on the Dart train station. And they some dude tased his ass. Told him, leave me alone. He wouldn't leave him alone. So they made him ride the lightning. Made it sound like the guy was just thrashing around on the ground and trying to get up and stumbling, but the dude got up and ran. It annoyed him, scared him a little bit. but it did not stop him. I keep thinking about how I spent all that time trying to get the lights. They fixed that one. This one they put a brand new filament in it. Did they ever fix that? Yeah, they fixed it. Yeah, they used to have graffiti on the trail. It says 11 p.m. About here is I never really experienced true darkness. We did have one time when the tornado hit and like blocks power was out around blocks, but even still there was a little faint light of cars because, you know, everybody's got to fucking drive, and emergency vehicles. The only place I've ever experienced true darkness was over there by the White Rock Trail, man. I was walking around kind of at a time like this, my 15-mile walk had gotten a little long, and I got to that edge. I'll never forget that. I got to the edge, I looked at that park bench, and it had a memorial for a guy that said, yeah, this guy was stabbed. And that was the guy he went jogging every morning. He was a lawyer. I think he was a lawyer. And he got stabbed to death by a homeless veteran. And that was in the area. And I looked at that veil of darkness and I couldn't see anything past it. I said, yeah, let me turn around and leave and go back home. A darkness that most people don't really experience, where darkness seems tangible. It's not the absence of light. It is something material. Sounds like a parking lot congregation. Yeah, this is pretty much a wasted trip. I needed to get out here an hour earlier. Be loud and young. That's the part that amazes me. I'm out here at 11 o'clock at night, and I thought it'd be quiet as a church. Might be because it's spring break too. I didn't think about that. I don't know if it's spring break. I've been out of school for almost over a decade now. It's still running. Alright, here we go, the big tree, and it's still a mess. Somehow it looks like it got worse. It's all washed out over here. Only in Dallas. And you're going through here and you see all those bike tires going through there, and I can see some poor bastard trying to get a good head of steam going. And then you hit that. It's kind of eerie to see nobody in this parking lot. Oh, there's one guy. There's two guys. You don't know what it is. Maybe he's taking a break, an hour-long break from work. This is where he comes to do his lunch break. Probably something dirty. Maybe the old lady had a falling out and he just needed somewhere to clear his head. Or these people are going to be sleeping here tonight. So the talk of the town is that they're finishing up the dam. As far as I know, this is still going. XXX. Oh, they took out the signs and put paint on the street. Looks like it's still out. So no, they haven't opened it up yet. Sign that says trail closed ahead. I just keep thinking about sign that said decline. Yeah, despite what I may have heard, it's still closed over here. What are you thinking about? This is the part of the movie where the zombies come up to the barrier and they're rattling the cage. And then the guy goes back and they open fire. The zombies are still clinging to the thing. find out they got razor wire up in that bug. I was like, nobody's playing with you. Trail's closed. Damn, alright. Almost peaceful if it wasn't for that jackass out there with a small penis revving his car up. How do you know it's a him? I just defaulted to the gendered he. You're right, there could be a lady jackass out there with a small penis. What's the female equivalent of a small penis? I don't know. I'm quite sure that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down to with Google and AI. It misinterprets what I'm saying, and next thing you know, I'm getting inundated with Futanari search results. I'm like, not what I asked for, but okay. Ah, shit. I noticed I've been trying to find out results of the local elections around here, if anything's going to be heading to a runoff, and when it comes to trying to find it online, it's like trying to pull teeth, man. They really don't want you to know what's going on in Dallas. This is a information vacuum. So I go to the Dallas County election site, nothing, just here are the early voting dates. I'm like, gee, thanks. Would you mind telling me who the candidates are, two dumbasses? How about what's on the ballot? No, that would make sense. Dallas ain't about to do that. Still ain't got the damn pool fixed. I guess this would be a good time to see how they close up the skate park, if they close up the skate park. I remember when that was a martial arts studio and I was going to join it. See kind of a dick move here where I guess people are parking their big ass trucks and they're pushing that out of the way. not the neighborhood to listen to good music. I'm gonna see if I can solve a problem tonight that has kind of bugged me for a few months. Whenever I come down here, I got a little free time. I mean, it's late at night, there really is no free time, but I'm gonna make some free time. The gate's still open. But they did turn the lights off though. Now let's see how many dedicated few are still out here skating. Yeah, I thought they closed the gate. That, you know, that would make sense. I keep forgetting Dallas doesn't do that. Once again, this is what it feels like when you're watching the zombie movies. I was gonna say, if you fall off this thing, that's your ass. I got stairs over there. These stairs over here. They're like little mini steps. I knew it was just a matter of time. I'm gonna knock the tile off of this part. Oh. That's not exactly the finest skateboard move, isn't it? Is it? quick. Oh, elegant. That's when Dallas's Finest came out. Asked me what the hell I was doing. I was like, you asked me that, but apparently your cameras missed the graffiti that was being put in that little tunnel there. Wow, this is hard. Empty trains. That's why Dallas fails. Well, I guess that's the only gate that stays locked around here. No, there's no law in this city. There's the illusion of law, but there's not really any law. One of the things I saw that was interesting was in the city newsletter. I'm looking at Paula Blackman's newsletters in District 9, and she's talking about gardening tips and road closures and budget meetings, stuff that's relative and community building. Over here, I get the Laura Cadena District 6 newsletter, and it's talking about getting your citations and warrants removed. Priorities. Somehow I'm between, it's like a sandwich of middle class weirdness. You got the extreme poverty in West Dallas, sandwiched between kind of like, now I want to say extreme wealth, but burgeoning wealth in District 9. The people there aren't obscenely wealthy, but they do all right. Or they're doing pretty good. All right. Let me see what I can do here. Is this worth my time? It's like they started putting a wheelchair ramp here and then just said why. Where they put a wheelchair ramp there. It's a sidewalk to nowhere. was going to be at least one jackass. Okay. Yeah, they fixed it. All right, cool. Oh, it was dark, and you couldn't see the lines over here. All right, cool. They put curves and everything. All right. Shall we go further? No, I'm pretty much convinced. I take that back. I'm not totally convinced. Okay, yeah, they fixed it. How did a slice of pizza get over here? I don't know. That's just going to be one of the mysteries. Did they have a covered thing over here before? Yeah, they redid a lot of stuff over here. Okay. Anyway, there's lighting and there's paint. It's a whole lot better than it was. No, I was just thinking that about a week and a half ago, I had to gas up, and I think it was about $2.38 a gallon. I wonder if we'll get to 5. Oh no, we'll have this Iran thing wrapped up in no time. You'll see. No, we're in control. So a new day, 12 minutes till a new day. Well, I had to fight for it, but I got good lights over here at least. Now I get that trash picked up. They cut the fence. Did they cut the fence? Or did the city of Dallas cut the fence? For another time. Looks like there's more trash over here. What goes on back there? Well, what you're looking for is like campfires. That's always weird when you come back. You come back here and you see campfires. And the sofa's still there. Look at that, there's a new canopy. Wow, that's sophisticated looking. Nope, that's just a mat. No, that's a tarp. Somebody's got an encampment over here. Well, one time your GPS is going to get you killed. Close enough. Oop. Okay. Someone in need. So we can get them the help they... I mean, that's what they got the tent for. So they'll chill there for a moment. I'm sure the folks over there at OHS already know about it. No, this wasn't the waste of time that I thought it was going to be. It's pretty damn enlightening. Because this place is completely different between the sun up, sun down. Oh, they are getting it together. New light poles. Yeah, they are almost ready. Well, at least on this side it looks like it. So, you know, they got to go through the pomp and circumstance. Alright, let me put my foot on it. Ah, sure I'm not the only one. Oh, this is gonna look nice. Yeah, it's gonna look real nice. Oh man, they got it to wrap around. So it used to just come straight down. Now they got the sucker wrapping around. Unfortunately, what they did was they got rid of the wicked curve they used to have over here. That was one of the highlights, man, is that you could tell that you know, that's when you knew you were a serious jogger, when you can make it up and down that hill and not get too winded. But now they softened the hill. It wraps around a little bit more. And then they did this stupidity where, so this is the new part. You know, this wasn't a waste of trip after all. Okay. Yeah, they're ready. This was the only part that was holding it up, so now we're just waiting on, you know, everybody to come out here and cut ribbons and get the pictures taken and see what we did. I was like, I didn't do shit. Anyway, it's coming through here. This is still here. So you slam right into that. Blam! And, yeah, okay. I ain't gonna ever fix that. This was one of the weird parts about this Bachman Lake Trail is you're enjoying the nice, not the nice nature, but you're not enjoying some nature, and then you come out and McComas, or the, whatever the name of this is, I think it's McComas Bluff, right? Dump. City dump. Or county dump. Big giant electrical towers. That right. An asshole's job is never done. Let's see now. On my GPS? No, it doesn't. It's alright, it's turpentine. Too late. It's midnight. Forgetting that it's cold out here. they got rid of the graffiti. Had a little thing on there with a smiley face that said hi. Okay, that's yeah, this is a fun little ticket to put in. Both of them, the fence and the light. Little wire. You know, that's something the city's gonna have to deal with. That's not true. Encore needs to come out here and trim that. That's a whole nother issue. Is that a power line? Might be. Either way, it's a utility line that's running electricity, possibly. I don't know if this will hold. It's 2 half hitches. I think it should hold. The ghost train. So which one did I put a ticket in on? That it's a ground that doesn't go into anything. So it just kind of flaps around. So what I was worried about was the big windstorm comes, picks it up, whack. That's what I didn't want to happen right there. And they told me, oh, we took care of it. And that's the kind of games the city plays. That's taking care of it. All I'm saying is, and there's an enterprising somebody that can come down here with some bolt cutters and get them some easy metal right there. How would I fix it? Well, that's why I was looking for the grounding stake. If I had knew where the grounding stake was, I could just run it through there and screw it in. Couldn't get on. Oh, I know who can fix it. Well, all right, the real reason I came over here. Well, these jackasses are going through here super fast, so I guess there's no flooding. I'm just thinking maybe that was a one-off fluke. I don't know what happened. But it flooded something fierce, the whole thing. Maybe I'll post a driving video where it was just high water all around here. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. This drain overflowed. And I mean, it was just, everything was covered in water. You couldn't even see the, road. Almost needed a boat more than a car. That overflowed. I didn't do it this time though. Why? Because somebody got on that ass. I came over here to see how that was doing, and then there was a shopping cart over here I was going to put a ticket in on. And I guess they got that too. I called 911 and I said, hey, y'all need to come out here and block this off. They didn't do it. Again with the fucking driftwood. Let me guess, this is super heavy. Yeah. What do you think? It passes, it's just annoying. I hope somebody, like I said, that's where you gotta watch where you're going. I was gonna pull that up, and I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, we need that. That's probably why they put that exactly here. It could be a scam though, because it was something that the city of Dallas was offering. If it was something the city of Dallas was offering, they would have had their seal on it. I can't tell if somebody's scamming people or what. That looks scientific. That looks like something scientists would come up with. That's what I call it. A bunch of Egons couldn't... Well, what organization are you a part of? Oh, we'd rather not say. What? that is kind of weird. They didn't put the organization they were a part of. It's just some sketchy text message that says, hey, have you sought meth treatment? Now, who's going to respond to that and think that's not a sting operation? I have my imagination, or is that water up here? It doesn't usually get this close. Damn, okay. Yeah, that was a big flood. It's coming right up to the edge. So when I was talking to Desi was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. Talking to Desi, this was all grass. Like, he was walking through this, and they had this high weeds and stuff, and he was fishing through here. And you look at it now, it's just covered in water. Man. So we absorbed a lot of that. This is the, yeah, it's filling up. 2 weeks. not even trying to be subtle about it. Just weird. No, I'm trying to remember where the no parking sign was around. I think it's over here. That's fine. I mean, maybe they were just having car trouble or something. Just weird. If you hang around Dallas long enough, you just start. I see stuff like that all the time. I was going by one thing, Southwest Airlines. Two guys were sitting there talking looking at something out of the trunk, and I was like, "You decide that this is where you guys want to have a transaction." Well, let's say they were selling something. There's a police station right over there off Harry Hines. Go to Northwest Police Station. You know, talk about amongst yourselves. If you think something sketchy is going to happen. But they did it in the middle of the night around Bachman Lake by the Southwest Airlines employee parking. I just love the little ditty. It came from it's Goonies 2, the password screen music. Goonies 2 was a weird game. I forgot what the story was behind it. It was one of those things where one thing was happening in Japan and the other thing was happening in the US. I think they were talking about they were going to make a movie, and then the woman who played Mama Fratelli, she died. I don't know why there's a Goonies 2. And then they talk about Annie the Mermaid. And I can't remember if it was the Japanese had a comic book or something, and they needed to put something over it, so they put the Goonies license over it. It's a licensed game for a movie that never existed. But it was better than most official licensed games of movies. But the soundtrack was something else. Anyway, Cyndi Lauper probably got a little bit of a payday from that one. But this one was the password screen. And what I always thought that was Bachman Lake had like a dedicated crew that rolls through here and cleans up everything and maintains the park. They're the ones that lock up everything and make sure that everything is, you know, not being broken into. And that's not what's happening at all. Okay, good. So there's somebody locking this. Okay, cool. Well, sometimes I come through here and they don't have any of that stuff locked up. I realize now that I'm never going to just go to a place and just walk. Especially living in Dallas. If I leave Dallas, things will be so much better for me. I'm trying to remember where the nearest garbage can is. I think I'm gonna be carrying this a while. Anyway, if I leave Dallas, I can walk through a location without having to do audits all the time. Yeah, that was a hell of a storm. Bachman Lake is swollen. But yeah, I guess it's cold out here. I'm wearing my 2 gloves, my sweatpants, and this wind is blowing through me. I'm not freezing, but I'm not sweating. There is no sweat coming off of me anywhere. Wearing all this gear and walking around, I should be sweating. Now it just feels weird to come out here and you can actually see the water. happened to the lady that was, I think it was a lady. They had a homeless person that was sleeping over there on that bench. Usually have kind of a sophisticated wrap on that.
If I had the energy, I'd probably take the shortcut route and do the overshoot.
Yeah, last week I was driving down and I looked and one guy was coming to the bike this way, they were coming back this way, and there was almost a collision because this is fucking narrow.
And they're not going to move on this anytime soon. They showed me the thing 2 years ago. Here's the project. We're going to go all the way from here. Because the way it's supposed to work is it goes all the way Webb Chapel to Lombardi. And they're going to redo Lombardi as well. And that looks nice on paper. Don't know if it's going to actually happen. Still got assholes driving around here. And why not? They still got one asshole walking around here. Well, they cleared her out. The lady with the ultra mineral status, she was just hanging around here for the longest time. And then that's when we had the big cold snap and everybody was worried that she was gonna die of exposure. My theory is that there's a sidewalk here. I think there's sidewalk here. And I need... Yeah, I think there's sidewalk here. It feels like there's sidewalk here. This will be my biggest accomplishment. Then maybe what I want to do is like say, hey, friends of Bachman Lake, can you help me dig this out? There's a sidewalk here. I know there's a sidewalk here. And it's been neglected for so long that it just looks natural. I think it's here too. There's indications. That would be a hell of a... Alright, make a mental note. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a ticket in with the city of Dallas. I'm going to say, hey, is there a sidewalk that used to be here? And if so, can I get it dug out? And if they ignore me, maybe put in a complaint. If they close the complaint, then I'll just come over here one day in 2027 and I'll start digging this motherfucker out. That's gonna take me a month. Wait on your mama. This weight bullshit. The only weight is the gravity caused by multiple planets in the sun. That is the only weight that I am concerned with. Well, that is a raggedy piece of shit. There's always something going on around here. That's the thing that gets to me the most in this neighborhood, is that even when there's absolutely nothing going on, there's something going on. Like, there's a bunch of motherfuckers out here with nothing better to do with themselves. Pretty sure that's what happened, man. That storm drain down there. See, I keep thinking it was the one on the other side, and it was the one on the other side. And I thought, shit, they didn't fix it. They did fix it. Just that little gutter down there by the water treatment plant. That sucker got just overwhelmed or something. Or maybe it was a spillover from the water treatment plant itself. And they had to let it out somehow. I don't know. Never gonna get an answer on that one. I just know that it happened last week, and then this storm felt like it was worse than the one last week, and I was totally expecting to see a swimming pool over there, and it's clear. So somebody got the message. All right. I've seen that truck around here before. I think that's somebody from the Office of Homeless Solutions. Or it might be a homeless person. But they kind of rolled through here, and I've seen them talking to some of the people that were camped out over here. So I think it was the social worker. And a big truck. Oh shit. I'll get that next week. How bad is it? It's not terrible. Let's do it now. It's always something. Give them reference points. I love that I've got all of these markers here. Let's see if they'll let me stand here. Alright, that GPS locked in quick. What's the address here? Oh, thank you. No, wait, that's not this. It's funny, it still says Tortas. Oh, that is it. Okay. All this time I thought the name of it was Quesadillas Mexico City style. No, it's called something else. Can I get an address? Oh, okay, 3701. I said 3701. Derp, derp. $37.01. Shit. Northwest Highway. Alright. There's a lot to report on this one. I'm gonna wait until Monday because I have way too much on my plate here. I'll put down pothole. This is northbound. Northbound Webb Chapel, period. All right. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to report. Northwest Highway. Okay, northbound Webb Chapel's fine. Storm drain, comma, eastbound. Eastbound El Centro, period. Baby, you know me. You got the baby part. This is, wait, I've seen El Centro before. I was like, you have. Way to keep up. Alright, let me put this ticket in, see how long it takes. The current version of the Dallas mobile app is 10.0.5. If you do not have this version, please update the app in order to access the latest features and functionality. Okay. I have 10.0.5. Alright, whatever. That's interesting that they had to put that out. So what that tells me is a lot of people are still running the old app. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, I can only do one picture at a time. Got pictures of the popcorn in here. Let's see if it locks onto my position. No, it doesn't. Is that right? It's pretty damn close, yeah. Okay. Northbound Webb Chapel by all right, let me see if my Spanish accent is really, really bad. Tortas Insurgentes. Oh, said it right. Great, this stupid thing does this. Alright, I can finally get to put the GPS coordinates in. Paste. Close bracket. Period. Pothole tickets should be simple. With pothole hazards, now we're good. Street. Yes, once work is speed. Photos attached to picture. Period. Photos attached to ticket, period. Northbound. Photos attached to ticket, period. Northbound Webb Chapel by Tortas Insurgentes, period. GPS coordinates, open bracket. It didn't get any of the stuff I put it. I told it. Webb Chapel by Tortas Insurgentes. And you know what? That tells me that the app is broken. Even when you're talking into it, it can't type right. It can't type correctly. That's how broken this stupid thing is. GPS coordinates. Thanks in advance for your help, period. That was an easy one. Okay. Continue. Alright, photo picture didn't happen. Now what I find interesting is if you use the website, it doesn't show you the additional information for the maps. But if you use the app, or use the app, it shows you right off the bat. Photos attached to the ticket. someone's gonna ask me, "Are you okay, sir?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for asking." Uh-oh, waiting. There we go. Expected resolution by St. Patty's Day. Yeah, right. Believe it when I see it, bub. Acoustic Lady, Earl Clue. Man, oh, and I was listening to that the whole time I was doing this ticket. I said, "What the hell am I listening to?" Oh my God, that guy's over here now. Okay. He's like a homeless guy or something, so he wanders over that green van. So sometimes he parks over at the Bachman parking lot, and I guess they clamp down on him. So now he's over here. So this is where everybody wound up. Even that guy that used to hang out over at the Martinez lawn care place, the white van, he would sit there parked, camped out over there, and he had that crazy lady that he was always messing around with on and off. He's gone. Oh my God, I'm starting to see the patterns. And then there was the hillbilly couple right there, and they're gone. That's why I see that the gray truck. And then this guy right here, maybe he's private security. He's just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing over here. I was like, dude, I'm up to no good. Call the cops, man. I would. You know, that's the one thing I haven't seen the whole time I've been going up here. Not one cop. I did see one over by the Dart train station. That was it. Man, it is wicked cold out here. No, I won't be doing this again. This is very dangerous. Oh, I forgot that the Planet Fitness is probably about the only thing around here that's still open. Okay. My guess is there might have been a sidewalk over there at one point.